an award-winning food entrepreneur. I know a lot of you wonder what to do with your moon pies. I've got some wine suggestions for you. Lemon moon pies, Sauvignon Blanc, Chenin Blanc, or Pinot Grigio. Stuart Reb Donald, acclaimed food and travel writer and world-class chef. I was chef de casserole. I used that all the frozen food department. For more than a decade, they've combined their expertise to answer your questions and introduce you to the culinary movers and shakers you want or ought to know. Four-time Taste Award finalists, 12-time Nephew Award losers. They are the dynamic duo of dining. Keep screaming for more. Mike and Stu on FM Talk 106.5.
Hey, here we are, coming to you live at the studios at the corner of Airport Boulevard and I-65.
And whatever this road's called.
Yeah. Just drive down the road. Just drive down the road, and when you see a bunch of people on the side of the street wearing their pajamas, bottoms, and fluffy shoes, we're right down the court, right about a block away. So, good morning, Stu. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Phil. Good morning, everybody listening into the Sip and Chew Show. We are here live, and I made it this week.
Yeah. No bacon hangover, huh?
No bacon. And I'm going to tell you what, that was fun to be at. Yeah. Oh, this is Sip and Chew Show, by the way.
Yeah. We almost didn't know who you were. So who's that guy we got to let in the front door again?
What's that mark on your face?
My dog Luke got playful yesterday when I got up and caught me.
They do that.
Yeah.
That's why I got all these scratches on my arm.
Yeah.
A Bach.
I'm about to ask what her name was, but
Was he Bach? He's about 60 pounds now, and he pounces on you. He doesn't know how to just snuggle up. And he just likes to run and just boom, jumps right on you, knocks you to the ground, and he thinks it's playing, but
I get it.
I don't play.
What kind of dog is he, Stu?
Blue Heeler.
Yeah.
Rescue from Mobile County Shelter.
I got you.
Best dog I've ever had.
Good for you, man. That's awesome. So anyway,
I'd like to meet the folks that had him before he ended up in the shelter and have a little conversation with him.
Mm-hmm. Don't you hate people with them?
Yeah.
Really do.
They weren't really abusive or anything like that, but he was in really horrible shape. Hair all matted, worms. Wasn't fixed yet.
That's just a shame.
But Mobile County vet got him cleaned up and everything. And then I started taking him to Singing River. He's perfectly healthy and just about as perfect a dog as you could ever hope for.
Well, you're living in Sims. You living in Sims. You're close to Singing River, and they do a phenomenal job over there.
Yeah, they really do. That's why I drive over there. When I first moved back to Sims, I did a little Facebook query of my neighbors and said, all right, I used Saraland Veterinary Clinic when I lived in Satsuma.
Yeah.
Who do you recommend living in Sims? And everybody was like, we drive over to Loosedale. We go to Singing River.
Yeah.
And I went and cheaper than any place in Mobile, so it kind of offsets the gas difference.
Yeah.
And just so good. And Mike's been over there too. They're a really large staff, compassionate staff, and plus right around the corner from Hokey's Barbecue, right, Mike?
Well, that
and Loosedale House of Pizza, the sister location to Sims House of Pizza.
Yes, and Hickory Hog.
I was going to say,
haven't tried it yet.
Oh my God,
Haven't tried that one,
man.
Dude, I'm going to tell you what they do. There's a sandwich, I can't remember what it's called, but it has pineapple and it's a Maui type of,
Mike's already on his way there now.
Let me tell you what, they got a cornbread fritter.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's got collards on it.
Yes.
And it's got burnt-in pork belly on it. Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Road trip. Road trip with Mike and Stu.
And their sauces are phenomenal.
They're the same people, I believe, that they own Landmark also.
Yes.
Right. I've been wanting to try Landmark, and Deborah Hodges, that owns Hall Sausage, says it's a wonderful place.
It is.
Yeah. And it looks to me like when John Gibson moved back to Opp, his hometown, and opened the Wheelhouse. There's been this trend lately of chefs that move back to their small town
Mhm.
and open up a urban quality restaurant in a small city.
Right.
Gather up at Atmore would
Mhm.
probably be the flagship of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That restaurant is phenomenal, and it's in Atmore, Alabama.
I ate at a Landmark accidentally because I was going to go to the Piggery Hog and they were closed. So I had to go to Landmark. And what I had was wonderful. It really was. Great sandwich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bistro style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
mine
date
had
night
bistro
place.
I forget what I had, but it was bistro something. And it was phenomenal. But I had my heart set on getting that fritter again.
Yeah.
You go in somewhere and you keep eating the same thing over and over
Right.
instead of expanding. Then one day you do, like I've been getting into Chinese restaurant into noodles now. I'm really starting to enjoy noodles with a lot of vegetables and broth in it. And stuff.
like what we had in Beverly Hills, which is probably
But with
the best ramen you've ever had in your
with
life.
a fork,
Yeah.
not with sticks. I don't eat with
But
sticks.
and Mike had a thing called the black ramen, which I never, and I forget what made it black. I don't know if it was squid ink or black garlic or
I
what.
think it was squiddy.
Yeah, but it was phenomenal. I mean, that ramen we had, we're in Beverly Hills. It's not like they're popping something in the microwave.
Right. We were at the Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills. Yes, we shopped at the Beverly Hills Target. We did. We had to pay 5 cents for every plastic bag we
Oh,
wanted.
it's more than that.
What's it, 10?
More than
Apparently,
Makes
it
sense.
has dehydrated beef stock and anchovies,
Mm-hmm.
in addition to the beef extract, and that fat makes it heartier and milder.
It was a very good ramen. It was, and it was a striking color. It was a beautiful dish.
Mhm.
All 4 of the ramens that we got there were great. And what we were trying to get into was this trend that actually started in California, although it has its roots here in the South, is Viet Cajun seafood. It's like a crawfish boil.
Mhm.
But when the Vietnamese first came over to Louisiana, from refugees, they went to a crawfish boil and said, "This is fantastic, but has it ever occurred to you to make it spicy?" Which the Cajuns were like, "Oh, what?"
Right.
And then they said, "Well, we brought these tiny little bird chilies over here from us. And try this in
Try
there.
this in there.
And why are you just doing crawfish? Put shrimp in there.
There you go.
Put and when you go to California and get them, it's anything seafood. You get lobsters done that way,
Really?
or lobster claws, snow crab
Ooh.
claws, and on all of the, or not snow crab claws, rock claws.
Yeah.
And we were in line to get it, and they walked up to the line to the people right in front of us, stopped, put their hand down, and said, "Everyone behind my hand is not going to get in. We'll be closed."
Oh.
We were the first group.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They said by the time we got a table, they would be closed.
Yeah.
Look,
Which was good that we didn't stand in line another, because it was an hour wait to get in for the people who were going to be able to get in.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, still left.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So there was this ramen shop right around the corner, and my girlfriend at the time and our plan had been to eat nothing but Asian food.
Yeah.
But then when Mike said, "Hey, I don't want everything to be Asian," I was like, "Well, yeah, I guess it would be ridiculous to bring them all the way out here and not let them try the Mexican food." And then we had one of the best burgers you'll ever have.
Oh, the burger. What I loved about the place was the soda fountain.
Yeah. No sodas you've ever heard of. But they all had cane sugar in them instead of high fructose.
So they were
corn syrup.
made there locally.
They were
Small batch, yeah.
They were fantastic.
A
Yeah.
microbrewery. Of
We
sorts.
actually went to a microbrewery that night called Stout in Hollywood.
I've heard of that.
It was phenomenal. I had been there before, and that was the only place that was open. You think Hollywood would have something open past 10 o'clock on a Monday, but they
But
didn't.
we went to that diner.
Yeah, Mel's Diner,
Mel's
world
Diner.
famous Mel's Diner. Oh,
And it was outrageously
Yeah.
priced. The prices were like for breakfast.
yeah,
$28, $29 for breakfast.
Yeah. yeah, because it's
A person.
because it's a tourist spot. Now.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're talking like
Well, it's just, we
Yeah.
have to catch up with that later on, coming up on break here. But
yeah. Yeah.
251-343-0106 is the call and texting line. You just call and ask us some questions about what we've been doing.
Yeah. Oh, and Hunter Fieri.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, it's Dalton Orwig. Coming up Monday on Mobile Mornings, Law 251 with Tobias and Comer Law. Desi Tobias is in the studio and brings his good friend Jody Warner from Mobile's Baseball Connection. We talk the history of baseball in Mobile and how important it still is to our community. Monday morning on Mobile Mornings, Law 251.
Mobile Show opens March 14th at the Mobile Convention Center with hundreds of new models and brands all in one place for easy comparison shopping. It's the largest indoor show on the Gulf Coast with the best prices and selection of 2025 boats, accessories, tackle, and more. See Twiggy the Skiing Squire out here tips from the pros. Fishing,
A problem isn't spelling it, pronouncing it. Yeah, it's Fieri. So people say Fieri. Everyone recognizes Fieri, which look, we don't really correct all the time, but it's like Fieri. So the R is the T.
We're going to talk just a little bit.
Yeah, no, that was setup, and then at the end is the pro
picture of bicycles, everything inside to get you outside.
So I'm just giving you the intro.
For lower maintenance, for higher performance, for spending less over time.
I learned a long time ago
Right now,
how you do
for finding new
owners
places
is you don't
and for getting lost along the way. From point A to point
When
B
you
and every
edit
point
it,
in between.
you
For
don't
whatever
edit
drives
it
you,
like you're going
There's an
into
electric
using
vehicle
to the
that
quality.
requires less maintenance
When
and
you're
travels
going
up to
into use,
300
then
miles
you
on one
go
charge.
into take you and you
Learn
reset
more
it up.
at driveelectricalabama.com.
Sponsored by ADECA,
And then
the
quality
ADA,
value.
and this station.
You owe over $10,000 in back taxes. You've called every tax firm out there. They all say the same thing, making promises they never keep, and you're sick of it. What you really need is a new start on your back taxes. If you're faced with garnishments, levies, audits, or years of unfiled tax returns, we'll fight to get you the new start you deserve. Call 1-800-266-1432. Our New Start program will stop collection efforts, remove any liens the IRS has in place, and help you reduce your back taxes by as much as 80%. That's right, 80%. Don't wait until another tax season ends and another year of
Don't do that.
at least $10,000 to the IRS and need a new start on your back taxes. Call 1-800-266-1432. That's 1-800-266-1432. Let the professionals at Coast One Financial Group fight to get you the new start you deserve. Again, that's 1-800-266-1432.
Hello again, friends. I'm Randy Bergen, inviting you to join me, Coach Rick Cleveland, and Coach Mark Lasseter for the Thompson Tractors Prep Sports Report. We'll be coming to you live from the Eastern Shore Toyota Hyundai Studios for 2 hours beginning at 8 a.m. every Saturday morning. We'll visit with coaches, athletes, administrators, and more as we'll keep you up to date on all things prep along the Gulf Coast and the state of Alabama. Wake up with the Prep Sports Report team this Saturday morning starting at 8 a.m. right here on FM Talk 106.5.
Decade. Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu on FM Talk 106.5.
All right, folks, if you looked at our Facebook page or at the post that Mike made in South Alabama Foodies, you will see that there's a piece of fruit sitting on the desk here in the studio. It is from Vietnam. It is called a star apple.
But it's round. It's not shaped like a star.
Hold your horses there, my friend. I'm going to cut into this and get it ready for us to try it. While I do that, Steve's going to play an interview that you and I did with Hunter Fieri at Ray's Havana Cigar Lounge.
I heard I had a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And we were able to sit down, because, Mike and I know people.
Was there lampshades involved?
Yeah. So we got to sit down with Hunter for a few minutes, and Mike started off by asking him how to pronounce his name.
I figured, what better way?
Isn't spelling it, pronouncing it. Yeah. It's Fieri. So people say Fieri. Everyone recognizes Fieri, which look, we don't really correct all the time, but it's like Fieri. So the R is the T. It's Italian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Italian. So my dad actually changed it over when he was older. My grandparents were Fieri, our Fieri. My dad changed it back to what his great grandfather was, is Fieri.
Fieri. Okay, that's like a sports car.
I like that. You know what? Let's change businesses.
It's like a sports car.
Hold on, that's what we're doing. Now we're gonna make sports cars. Get ready.
Hey, I got a Fieri. Yeah, I got a Fieri.
Sports car.
Sports car. Anyway,
Mikey's feeling good.
and why did you get in the wine business?
So my dad started the wine business back in, honestly, 2013 was kind of the first vintage that we labeled.
Yeah.
It was a bit before that, but we had, at the time we had local restaurants that he
Right.
And so he's like, I'm from the wine country. I got restaurants. Why am I not making wine to put in my restaurants? That was his goal. And that's what he did. And so kind of just did a small batch, stuff that we like to drink. Super simple and easy. Just stuff just for fun. And then over time, we're like, all right, maybe we can get this out there because we're making really high quality product.
Yeah.
And after we started to build Santo tequila, come on, guys. After we started to build Santo tequila, we realized that we need to be putting the same effort into the wine that we have into the tequila.
Right.
And I took it over from there. So I'm like, I can do this. I got the connections, I got the energy, I had the time to travel, and we're not selling BS. We're not selling just juice.
And you're not selling on your name.
Exactly. We're not doing so many brand. This is my name's on there, my brother's name's on there. And if I'm going out there to do, I'm doing it because this is what we drink, this is what we like.
Yes.
And that's what I want to do.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's awesome. So you got any questions?
Any questions?
Yeah, I got one. This is about Tournament of Champions.
Okay. I can't give out any answers.
Right.
If you
I
want-
understand all of that.
If you want answers, it'll be in Bitcoin. Yeah.
I know that y'all probably don't get to eat any of the wonderful food that's prepared. Simon has said it's very simple.
yes.
So you try. Do you ever play in that kitchen?
Oh, all the time. So we in Triple G and TOC, we play in the kitchen all the time. Whenever there's breaks in between competitions, we'll go in there and I swear, my dad and I are like dogs in the sense of we will go and pick and scavenge whatever piece of food is left from that cook, because it's you know what, it's not right that we don't get to have a plate ourselves. We're jealous. So I told Brian Lando, who's the executive producer, I'm like, can we just start making it like 5 plates per cook? Like to make 5 plates so that my dad and I could get one after each cook. But
Whenever he does, whenever we do wine dinners together for private people at home, we don't ever have a plate.
No.
But he gets to lick the pot and the spoon. I don't need nothing.
that's messed up.
Yeah, all I'm doing is cooking and plating and all that while he talks to people.
Right.
About wine.
Yeah.
Well, it's
And
funny.
then we don't have anything at the end of the day.
So you're me, and you're my fiance apparently. Yeah.
Okay.
My fiance,
Okay.
she's the social one. She talks and she entertains and all that, and I'm cooking. But when I'm
That's
cooking
good.
though too, I'm eating the entire time.
Right.
So by the time we're done cooking, or I'm done cooking, I'm not hungry.
You know what Bobby Clay says? If you're not tasting, you're not cooking.
This is very true. You have to taste. This is one of the biggest rules that we make sure to reinforce in every single show that we do. Is when you get in there, time moves fast. In your home, taste. Because we watch some of the greatest chefs walk in there, but you get so nervous, you lose your head falls off. You don't taste the food. You get the salt water. So all we do is taste. Still not turning it down.
Many moons ago, I had a gumbo shop here at Mobile. And I lost weight. You know why? That's all I did was taste it.
Yeah.
I wasn't eating.
And so when you're done
I
cooking,
wasn't eating. Yeah.
when you're done cooking, and you serve everyone dinner, I'm sitting there at the stove, and I'm standing up, and I'm just getting a couple of bites of whatever it is made. And that's all I have. That's it. Because I'm not hungry anymore.
Yeah, Hunter, we're done monopolizing your time. You got a lot of people that want to shake your hand. and
Shoot,
stuff.
we got plenty of time.
All right. But, we want to thank you for being on Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu. And if you can, say provolone.
Provolone. Provolone. You guys
All right, Michael. It was a fun evening.
That was a great
Impressive young man.
He was the most great manners, just great manners.
He bought both of the shots of tequila.
Well, I wouldn't have had those other ones if I didn't.
And Panini Pete was there.
It was good catching up with him. I
Yeah.
had a lot of good, deep conversation with him about in the beginning how
Yeah.
we met and stuff.
Yeah.
Great.
And then afterwards, there were some guys that were quizzing Pete about various celebrity chefs that he's gotten to rub shoulders with, and you know what they're really like Guy, which is just Guy's a great guy. I mean, he really is. And Hunter is every bit as charming as his dad, and as hardworking too. I mean, those guys were hustling, man. They'll spend the day or two here, you know, pushing their wine label. They also, when they go somewhere, Pete said, whenever they go to a town to push something that they are doing, like the wine label, they push everything. They try and pack the entire day.
Yeah.
So they were pushing the cigars, they were pushing the Santo tequila, and just work. And
I was
that's
trying
what,
to help him.
yeah, and that was what Pete said. He said, Guy's the same way. He said, whenever he goes to a town, it's 18 hours chock full of how much can we push into these 18 hours.
Wow. Yeah.
And he said that's why he's as successful as he is.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. So we cut into this star apple. The reason it's called that, Mike, had I got a good clean cut, it has a star shape in the middle.
Yeah.
Like that. But you do not eat the center. You eat this white stuff here, but not the thing in it. So you're going to want to pull that seed up and then just suck the giblets off of it.
It's got giblets.
Wow.
It's a gel. And it's little fruit, it's kind of mild.
Oh, kind of like a pomegranate.
You might say, yeah. I mean,
It's got those,
yeah, but don't eat the black part.
okay.
That's a seed. Mike just puts it all in his mouth. I guess you're just going to spit them out later. Okay.
All right, watermelon trees.
Got a break in about a minute and a half.
Yeah.
So you can spit them out then or swallow them and then see how that works out.
It's not overly sweet. A little pasty. It's fine.
So what is it used in primarily?
You just eat it like this.
Okay.
Probably. They probably put it in pastries and things, just like
Okay.
we would do peaches or stuff like that.
Mhm.
They had another fruit they let me try called a lohan, which was much smaller than this, but it's the same concept. But when you break into it, it had one seed in the middle.
So you can't
It's
eat
got
any of
little
this part right here?
compartments.
I don't know. Give it a try.
It's got little compartments. That's why it kind of reminded me of a pomegranate.
Yeah, that might be good too. I was wondering the same thing.
Well, we're going to find out on live radio.
We can find out.
If you can or not.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Or if it's anything you'd
Well,
want. Oh,
right.
good.
Next thing you know on Facebook.
Well,
that's all I'm
That's
gonna get.
delicious. That part's delicious.
Okay, well maybe that's maybe that's the part we're after then.
Oh, good. So before 12 o'clock, we'll have to call EMS here.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
it's got more flavor than the white part.
It's a lot of work though, but not
Hey,
that
man,
much
keep in
work.
mind, all food is for. Are you starving? Would you mind putting in that work if you had food in 3 days?
Oh, a lot of sugar for a nickel though. It's like a crawfish, but you know, I know you an orange. You do a lot of work to open an orange and eat it,
Yeah.
but that's pretty good.
It's less work in an orange from what I've observed.
And you said they won't grow here because why?
Our weather's too cold.
This is from what region?
Vietnam,
Oh, okay.
Southeast Asia.
251-343-0106 is our calling in and texting line. When we come back, we're gonna have Williams Billy Stent or Billy's Bacon Home.
Hello, idiot.
Mobile, Alabama, please forgive me. I've been gone too long.
He will take a chunk over there towards you.
This information update brought to you by Roy Lewis Construction, delivering unparalleled value and quality.
Hello? There's your fork.
Yes, good morning. You there, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, hang on a second here and we'll get you on after the break. Just wanted to make sure the
Thank you.
transfer take good.
We'll get her on.
All right. Yeah. Hey, Phil, you want to try that?
I'll text Bill.
Partly cloudy,
That's
high this
nice.
afternoon in the lower
All the
70s.
rest of it.
Tonight, a few showers are possible, lows in the upper 40s. And for Monday, sunny with highs in the upper 60s. Visit meteorologist Dr. Bill Williams for FM Talk 106.5.
FM Talk 106.5, the Gulf Coast Weather Authority.
For more than
Nice.
50 years,
It's not
Mobile Bay
really
Magazine
strong
has
like
showcased
a
the
citrus
history,
because
style,
citrus
arts,
has so
dining,
much
and
acid.
entertainment that defines excellence on both sides of Mobile Bay. Each month's issue is filled with our unique Southern Alabama culture, beautifully captured and told through engaging articles and stunning photography. When you subscribe to Mobile Bay Magazine, you'll be swept into the pages where recipes, familiar places, and faces, and untold stories abound. Start your journey today by visiting MobileBayMag.com. That's MobileBayMag.com.
Beginning May 7th, if you're
You'll
traveling
see
within
it
the
inside.
U.S., know which type
whole
of
cashew
ID,
has a
passport,
shell.
driver's license,
crack
or
open
real
that shell,
ID
there's a
is
shell
required
like
for
this
domestic
stuff
flights.
around.
Homeland Security
That's the key.
extended the deadline to May
And
7th
shell.
for every U.S. citizen 18 or older to present a real ID compliant driver's license, ID
The
card,
cow is
or
the same
valid
way.
passport. Your ID is the real ID if
They
there's a
crack
star
open
at the
that
top
cow
right.
pie.
Check
They
the
get the
Department of
seeds
Homeland
out and it's
Security
surrounded by
online
a
for
shell,
details.
just like
It's
that.
time for a
The
checkup
next thing
Monday
is
at 1:50 when
delicious.
Sean talks with Dr.
And
Reese Jones of
incredibly
Southern
nutritious.
Cancer Center. They'll
But
discuss
you gotta
the
eat it that
behavior
way.
of cancer. Don't miss this
People watch
conversation
that.
Monday at 1:50. It's time for a checkup on FM Talk 106.5.
They are the dynamic duo of dining. Sip and chew with Mike and Stu on 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
Well, we're still waiting on Bill to call in. Mike, if I were going to employ this into something, I would think like a pastry or a tart. But what about a cookie? Maybe
cookie?
Maybe we should ask the expert. Hey, Cookie, would you make a cookie out of this?
Yeah, Bill.
Oh, now we got Bill?
Yeah, it was Bill.
I'm all confused. Hey, Bill.
I'm just now able to hear you.
Okay, how you doing, Cookie?
As far as I know, pretty well. How about you guys?
Pretty good. We got Bill still waiting to come on, so but they said you had a question about the fruit, so I thought we'd get to it real quick. Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Okay.
It's forgotten.
Yeah, what's your question?
My question is about the fruit. I'd just like more information about it.
I'm pretty much giving you everything I know.
Okay. So you said it's got a gel. It's like an apple with a gel center. Am I understanding that correctly?
It looked like passion fruit.
It has the texture of kiwi, I thought.
Yeah, like that kind of gel.
It's different, man.
Yeah, but without all the tiny little seeds that are in it. If you had like a seedless kiwi.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the texture.
Okay, that's pretty darn interesting. You know, it's like between a pomegranate and an apple flavored, and understanding that.
No, I would say more like almost a mild plum flavor. Wouldn't you, Mike? Closer to something. Like that.
Somewhere there, but
much milder.
Mild what?
Plum, plumish.
But it has the
Plum. Huh.
it has the texture of kiwi without the little seeds.
Yeah, and you probably have other fruits that were like that too. I bet if you go to an Asian market, you can find these.
Okay, well, what would it be called there?
I don't know what it would be called in Vietnamese, but in English, it is called a star apple.
And it's purple or green skinned. And I'm going to probably butcher the technical name
Is
here.
the skin furry or smooth?
Smooth.
Okay.
It has a navel in it too, at one end.
It has a navel.
Yeah. Weird.
Wow, I'm going to go check this out.
Yeah, I would guess you can find it at the Asian markets right now because this fella that brought this by, I think that's what he does is he supplies the Asian markets. He's an importer of fruits from Vietnam specifically for that community so that they can have, the traditional foods that they have.
Well, Vietnam, I just bought some Vietnamese that were made, primitives that were made in, they were made in Vietnam, though. yesterday, and very high quality as far as I can tell so far. I haven't really done much with them yet because it's been raining. But this sounds really, really interesting to me. I'm continuing my experiments with fermentation.
Oh, you gonna make wine out of it, are you?
Well, not necessarily wine.
Oh.
Fermentation has a very broad concept.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite processes.
As Mr. McNair pointed out to me, it's like you can go to the library and look it up.
Yeah.
Or you can talk to your grandmother or your great grandmother or remember things about them.
I'm going to need a Ouija board to do that.
No, not necessarily. But I did have someone tell me recently who is a well-established long-term horticulturist that he considered me to be a folk scientist. Okay. All righty. And love y'all. Take care. Bye.
All right, Cookie. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right. So, Mike, we got it there from the expert Cookie that she's never heard of it.
It's interesting to pronounce. It's Chrysophyllum.
Yeah, that's the genus, I believe, is what that kind of category is called, the Latin thing, which I think
Kingdom is Plantae. The family is Septocae.
Yeah, I don't know any of that stuff.
But anyway, I just Googled it.
Yeah.
It's actually, it says it's from a tree that is Isthmus of Panama is originally where it's from.
Really?
Yeah.
And I bet it just because you're close to the equator in Panama. You're close to the equator in Southeast Asia as well.
Exactly.
So they've got the same weather. Yeah, that's going to be clearly part of the Columbian Exchange. Naturally, which for people who don't know, the Columbian Exchange refers to the way world trade changed after Columbus's first voyage to the New World.
Right.
The Columbian Exchange brought to Europe coffee, chocolate, tomatoes, potatoes, several squash, corn, which is actually, it's actually maize. The word corn means any grain. So rice is also corn.
Even wheat.
Wheat is also corn.
Milo, all that,
Yeah.
Chrysophyllum canito. Canito. There you go.
And as you're driving down the highway listening to Steve try to pronounce Latin.
Not my native tongue.
And today on A Midwesterner Attempts to Speak Latin.
It's pretty. It's a pretty.
The color is beautiful. Yeah, I would like to use the color.
It's unusual.
Yeah.
Kind of different.
Does it have an aftertaste?
Not really.
No long aftertaste or anything.
You got a chunk right there. How about it?
I didn't know that was okay.
Yeah. Don't eat the seed.
Don't eat the seed.
That's the hard thing.
Been determined.
Looks like a kidney on the right. Yeah.
Hey, we were talking about barbecue, man. I was craving barbecue yesterday. So
Yeah. What'd you do about it?
I drove a half mile from the house to the hickory pit. But I got the whole hog sampler with the ribs, the pulled pork, and the sausage. My sides were a salad.
Like a spoon would be
with a
easier.
vinaigrette.
Were you on a diet?
and fried pickles.
Okay. No, you're not on a diet.
No, I try and eat whenever I go up there. I try and make one of my sides a salad. We need the
balance.
Right. Exactly.
You need the roughage.
Yeah. I can justify eating the pork if I'm eating the vegetables with it.
Okay.
I think we have our caller.
You think so? Bring him on.
FM Jock 106.5, you're live. Hello. Are you there?
William?
Bill?
Billiam?
I guess not.
Okay.
My apologies. The line was lit up. We were talking to Casper there for a moment.
Anyway, have y'all seen the ship? Have y'all seen the ship downtown?
No.
Big old boat.
I see it at nighttime a couple nights a week, and I'm gonna tell you what, from the road, from the interstate, the type of lighting they got on it, it looks like a ghost ship from a motion picture just sitting out there. And
Well, it kind of
it's
is.
cool. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I can't wait till they make it
Sing
available.
it.
Make it available to the public. See, I want to see the dining facilities and all that.
I'm going to sound like I'm out of the loop on this, but is this a restoration project? Is that what?
No.
No.
It's going to be the world's largest reef.
They're going to scuttle
Walton
it.
Beach.
Yeah.
I got you.
I wonder if they got any things to salvage and sell.
I'm sure it's already been salvaged and sold.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Probably so.
People are like that, you know.
It looks like a big old rust bucket, but it's a pretty big one.
Yeah, it's a really
I
big.
think it says
bucket.
100 foot longer than the Titanic was. And it's just a few yards short of a 1,000
feet. Wow. There's got to be some interesting history on that ship, though. That's why I was wondering if they were doing a restoration.
It was the fastest. It was the fastest steam powered.
What's the name of it again?
SS United States.
That's it.
It's the fastest steam powered luxury liner in the world.
Is that what it was? I thought it was a freighter. I didn't pay a whole
It's
lot.
a luxury liner. You see the mess hall.
Built in 1950 and 51. Yeah.
Was it a White Star ship?
Retired American ocean airliner. It was built during the 50s, the early 50s.
Probably here.
The largest ocean liner to be entirely constructed in the U.S. Fastest ocean liner, like Mike said, across the Atlantic in either direction, and earning the blue ribbon. Interesting.
Never hit an iceberg.
Yeah.
Well, obviously not. Trying to scan through here. Go ahead.
Never had a boiler fire that started a world war either.
Which one was that?
Lusitania. Or the Spanish-American War. Sorry.
Now this ship also,
the call was "Remember the Lusitania."
They built those
and it turns out it just had a boiler fire.
Okay.
They thought it'd been torpedoed, but that's what started the Spanish.
I think they said it also brought troops back home from overseas.
The SS America?
I guess it would have been Korea.
Yeah, 50s.
Yeah. You know, they'd line them up on. I thought that thing was built before then.
No, he just
it was 1951, 50 to 51. So the ocean liner 51 and 52 immigrants, transporting celebrities, immigrants throughout the career between 52 and 69. She had a hull fire, damage control, speed record, said that. A lot of interesting stuff on Wikipedia. Just interesting background. I love history like that.
I wonder if you could fish off of it. That would be the only reason I would ever want to go on a cruise is if I can fish off of it.
Cannot fish on
Yeah, because it's so long. Yeah.
You can go to your destination.
So what's the point?
You can go to your destination.
Fish
there.
Yeah.
To get steam drums and get drunk. That's what a cruise is for.
You know what? I could get there in 3 hours on a plane. And it's cost the same or less.
Oh, well, a little less, yeah. Yeah, but you don't get to party on the
I don't want to be on a big metal tube in the middle of the Gulf of America with 5,000 people I don't know. What if 128 of them are serial killers? Statistically, it's possible.
What's the chances there?
If you're going to get on a plane there, you get it cold. So, I mean, there's always that.
I wonder how they kept the food, the perishable stuff
from Paris.
Because some of those cruises take days. To come overseas like that.
Yeah. I knew a guy that was the kitchen manager on a merchant marine ship. He said they packed their groceries on and they had to last 3 months. He said that would be the next time they would get to a port where they could get food. Because I'd asked him how he was so good at throwing a truck and getting everything in the coolers. And he said, I had to fit 3 months worth of food into a walk-in.
Wow. Yeah. So I've been on 4 or 5 cruises and all of them. I mean, all you do is eat and sit by the pool.
But they didn't have,
Stay at home and do that.
Well,
Back in them days, you know, in the 30s and all that, they didn't have.
you didn't have that, no.
Well, they got some kind of
Yeah.
electricity, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
on the ships.
Dries.
Fries. Gas, I think they use like the gas powered refrigerator.
251-343-0106. That is the call and text line. Give it a try.
Miss a show? No problem. Podcasts of your favorite FM Talk 1065 shows are waiting for you right now at fmtalk1065.com. And never miss a minute of the best in local talk when you subscribe to FM Talk 1065 on iTunes or Stitcher.
No,
LCM offers financing for everyone. Buy here, pay here, traditional bank and credit union financing. Even if you're currently in bankruptcy, you can find the car or truck you're looking for at LCM Motor Cars and finance it right there. LCM in Theodore on Highway 90 at Plantation Road. My friend Sid from Sexton Lawn Landscape back in the studio. Let's talk about commercial maintenance and how y'all do it better.
Well, I feel like over the last few years, we've really gotten it dialed in. Our system, that is. We really just feel that there's no cookie cutter way to approach commercial maintenance.
Okay, so you customize this. I know that that's a word we haven't talked about. How do you customize?
8 in the morning.
Well, we really do a good job of listening to our client. And we've learned each client has a specific need. Some might just want the beautification of the front entrance. Some might really be interested in limiting liability, trees poking in the eye, something like that. And then others really have specific needs on timing. Some want it done on a certain day because they've got certain things every time, every week. And we do our best to just listen to them and serve them as best we can.
All right, so business owners out there that want a customized maintenance plan, how do they get in touch?
Well, you can find us online at sextonlandscapes.com or any of our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
Whether you want to trim, sharpen, grind, clean, polish, or sand a variety of materials, Bayou Fasteners offers best-in-class bonded, coated, non-woven, super abrasive products for industrial, construction, automotive, and do-it-yourselfer application. Visit Bayou Fasteners in Saraland.
My caretaker was very rough with me. I thought they did it because I wasn't moving fast enough.
Elder abuse is a crime, and together we can stop it. If you or someone you know has been abused, neglected, or exploited, call the Adult Abuse Hotline at 1-800-458-7214. That's 1-800-458-7214. Sponsored by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, the Department of Justice, ADECA grant number 18 VA VS 050, the ABA, and this station.
Celebrate the great outdoors every Saturday morning at 7 with FM Talk 1065 Outdoors. Brought to you in part by Blue Water Yacht Sales in Mobile and Orange Beach. Make your boating dreams come true and listen to FM Talk 1065 Outdoors. For more than a decade, they are the dynamic duo of dining. Mike and Stu on FM Talk 1065.
Mike and I were just saying, if you have a billion-dollar corporation and you would like to sponsor us in a PBS series called Road Trip with Mike and Stu,
Create channel, which is PBS.
Yeah, we will take your money.
Gladly.
Yeah.
But we'll do a show.
Yeah. What the thought has always been that we would travel around the Gulf Coast finding the hidden gems. You know, the little mom and pop places that are out of the way that, you know, not your Acme Seafood House in New Orleans, but someplace on the lake that nobody knows about.
I know a hidden gem.
Well, it's not hidden if you know it.
Billy's Bacon, or Billy's over in Fairhope.
Yeah, classic example of what we would feature.
There you go. Hey, Billy, how you doing this morning?
Hey, man, you want to sponsor us in a PBS show?
You there?
Steve?
Hey,
Yay!
Yeah.
The buttons are not cooperating this morning, Bill.
One of those days.
Happy Bacon Sunday.
It is smoky and crispy.
Smoky, crispy, salty, savory, all of the above.
That's it. That's it.
With just a hint of love.
Well, listen, you got something going on. This.
Yeah, and I'm tardy, and I apologize.
That's all right.
I'm enjoying some time near the water, and
Oh.
I think that gives me a little reprieve.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
What you fishing for?
Right now, just fishing for time. Just some time to unwind a little bit.
I get that, buddy. I get that. Well, you got something happening Wednesday night that you want to tell the people about. What you got going on, brother?
You know what? We are hosting our 1-year anniversary for Billy's Bacon Burgers and Bikes. It is our motorcycle, two-wheel, fun evening. And I've got some quail that I'm going to serve as our biker bite. We're going to have Brandon Donnerson playing. He
Love Brandon.
Kind of does like a Frank Sinatra kind of type event.
He's very talented.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We're going to have some nice drinks and a full menu, and S&P Tools is going to be there with their tool truck. I just, you got to come. If you want to see gorgeous bikes and cool people, and whether you have a bike or not, it's the kind of event where you can go and see them if you want to learn about them, or just chill, enjoy a great night.
Yeah, you know what weather's going to be like yet?
I think it's going to be nice.
It's supposed to be nice. I'm counting on it. I'm really kind of glad we didn't do it last Wednesday, which we typically do it on the first Wednesday of every month, but we shifted it this month due to Mardi Gras.
Yeah, no point in battling that, right?
Well, it just didn't make any sense to try to do an event the day after Mardi Gras, Ash Wednesday, and it was also the middle of Daytona Bike Week, so tons of our regulars were over there doing that.
Yeah. Well, you always have other things going on there. What else do you have going on at Billy's?
Yeah, so we've got a live music stage because, of course, our bacon has to be serenaded.
Of course.
So you got to sing to your pork belly. And, so we have live music Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday during the day. When we've got it's a great venue just to eat outdoors or underneath some tin roofs. Use our tent space or our party room. So this, and there's always bacon going on. So we're encouraging people to, bring your employees or your team or your family and friends. Let me give you a bacon tour, and then stick around for lunch or dinner.
All right. Now, whenever you do the events like Wednesday night, you usually pair up with a different charity each time. Who you hooking up with this time?
We do. So this month is the American Cancer Society. They have their big Shut Cancer event coming up. So they're going to bring all their volunteers and crew, and we're doing a 50-50 drawdown. So 50% of all the money from the drawdown goes to the American Cancer Society, and we'll have lots of prizes and gimmies and stuff like that. There's always bacon given away, and but the American Cancer Society, this will be our second event for them. Yeah, this is our 12th bike event. But this will be our second time doing something for them, and they're a blast to work with.
And a great organization as well.
Yeah, I mean, you don't realize how much cancer affects all of us until it hits you close to home, and it's just dreadful. And I feel really good when we have them in the house and we're doing stuff.
Yeah. How you going to cook those quail, man?
Very gently. I'm going to just tease them on the grill, and then probably going to be some bacon involved.
Yeah, I'm a big quail fan. My mom used to fix Christmas morning breakfast would be fried quail, biscuits, and gravy.
Grew up hunting quail.
Yeah,
and
quail it's delicious. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember biting into one of those little pellets.
There's a good possibility you might get one Wednesday night.
No, excellent. Cool. All right, these are field harvested.
I'm not going to say that out loud, but it could be.
Let me ask you about your serenaded pork belly.
Sure.
Has it tasted any different with Brandon singing than your other musicians?
It does. He brings just such an incredible flavor to it and dynamic that the savory comes out when Brandon sings to it.
But when you have someone like Lauren Murphy, then it's a little sweeter, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot sweeter. It's more of a breakfast bake.
I just saw, the reason I brought it up, Lauren, is I just saw where she's getting ready to record a new single. She's getting back in the studio. Her voice is just unbelievable.
Yeah, I encourage all the singers out there to, try to find a way to come play on our stage. You get to walk away with a cool sticker that goes on your music, your instrument case or whatever that says, I serenaded the bacon, I came to Billy's and I sang to the bacon. And, we don't just give those away. You've got to earn one. Yeah,
yeah. Well, Mike, next time we're there, we're going to have to sing Three Blind Mice or something.
I mean, that would be wonderful. You guys are, to be honest with you, right now, you're serenading the bacon.
Oh, really?
You're speaking to the masses, and and it's being broadcast. So yeah.
Well, you got bacon. You got bacon on all the time, though, don't you?
All the time. We've got something going on with bacon, whether it's either curing, it's smoking, it's chilling, or it's slicing and being packaged. There's something going on with bacon and Billy's.
That's good to know.
All right, buddy. What time's everything start Wednesday night again?
Roll in anytime that day. We say the event starts at 3, but the activities don't start till 5. So, and it's all the way till close at 9. And it's even if you're in Mississippi or Florida, with the time changing, you've got plenty of time to get there and get home before dark if you want to.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like to ride after dark, but so I'd say 5 o'clock. And then when we say 2 wheels, we like the trikes too. We like bicycles. We like folks to show up on any kind of bike they can imagine, or in their 4 wheels, just to still, a lot of people don't ride anymore, but they love bikes. So what a great opportunity to come and join them. And we always have some vintage classics there that'll blow your mind.
Beautiful specimens.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Buddy, we're going to let you go. Thank you so much for coming on this morning, and
enjoy the water.
I might stop by there and see you Wednesday night on my way back from working down at Foley.
Please do, and thank you both for all you do to promote our wonderful industry.
We try.
Thank you.
We try, buddy. Thank you.
All right. Bacon on.
Bacon on. Provolone. Bacon on provolone.
A provolone on bacon.
Yeah, that was Billy's Stead, Billy's Bacon, Billy's Burger Joint.
That's it. That's a cool place.
That is a great little roadhouse, man.
BIL-ES.
Yeah. Middle initial is E.
Ah.
I would like to make a club sandwich using his bacon and call it a Billy Club.
I make gumbo with one. Wow. All right, good folks. That's it for today. Get out there, support local, be local, buy local, and all above all else, provolone.
I don't like chicken, ice cream, fish. I like ice cream.